Mm-hmm. When a woman comes back, contacts you after a while, something's not going on with her life. Her life's not doing. She's not doing so hot. When you broke up with her or stopped talking to her, you did. You, the guy. And she contacts you on New Year's Eve. You know? Test. Test. She contacts you on New Year's Eve. I'm not talking to her in a while. And she calls you 17 times. And she first sends you a few text messages saying how amazing you are. And how you both have done so well this year. It's difficult. Men, just like we, can get affirmation from women very easily. It's really easy to do. It's much harder to gain the respect from a man. So if you're raised by a single mom, you're like preconditioned towards this. Like getting affirmation from women is actually all you know. And you find out later in life that there's a huge personality or just like character gap in terms of like what's the value of you in the marketplace, not as a philanderer slash chauvinist or womanizer. That's not it. It's like the everything else in terms of how other men in the workplace and just social life perceive you. And you can mask, without you realizing this, some of these faults by being very funny, very affable. Women love that. You're doing it for them. You're not doing it for other men. Other men will see you as like a Mary Andrew or like kind of a bungler or an inept person. But what you're doing is you're appeasing, you're deflecting your own insecurities. You're just making comments. You're not interested in the competition. You're interested in like the observation and like the humanities in of itself, like people. And it gets you off, like to just like make someone else happy, to watch other people and see how they react. It gets you off. And I think women, they lose something. Like they don't have this trait where they are, I don't know, they can't overcome their own ego to where like they really will assume that you're available 24 hours a day as a guy, and that even if you broke up with them or you stopped talking to them, for just offering sex, you will be available to them, and they need you because they're not getting affirmation. They're not having a good time. On New Year's Eve of all places, bro. Hoe is busted. Hoe is chopped. You don't. I'm putting on a black tie. I put on my tuxedo again tonight. Had a great time in Chicago. Went to Alinea. A lot of fun. Christmas dinner. Whole fucking like Genesis, Peter Gabriel or whatever, Phil Collins, whatever the fuck. Like light show for the dessert. They have this like nitrogen infused ice cream. They throw it down on this marble slab in front of you with all this like sugar and syrups and all. It's really, really good. Like your meal is like a journey through the restaurant. You start like this communal table, and then you go into the actual kitchen. The chef there that had the throat cancer or something, lost his sense of smell, first season of Chef's Table, and it's just like, it's magic, man. It's magic. That's the thing. As a guy who's raised by a single mom, it's really easy to take girls to places like that and just like woo them. And that's one way. The other part is the money and the success and being competitive and being respected by other men. So you have to be careful. It's a good year for you, great. You're settled down, wonderful. But if women are like contacting you end of year that you haven't seen in a while, they're not doing so hot. They're lonely. Holidays are not going so well for them. It's reminding them how like busted they are, how fucked they are. And they're reaching out. They're trying to recycle. They don't really care about you. They just want the affirmation. There are so many women that will, like, if you're in a fight with them in a relationship, will send like nudes to an ex just to feel better about themselves. They have no intention of cheating on you. They will do stuff like that. You might consider that cheating, but this is the weird shit that women do because they cannot tolerate criticism to the point where they have no shame in just recycling a guy who just threw them to the curb because they're like, please just make me feel good about myself. And it's easy for a guy. Everything's working out for you. You know, go ahead. You can just go bang her. Go lay her out. But there's a reason why she's not great for you. And the reason why you put her to the side. Because like casual sex, variety, why not keep her in the rotation? Because there's a problem. Net, it's not good for you. Net, it makes you very lazy, or like it robs you of something. It's very superficial, you know? Not saying that that's not the epitome of female relationships, men putting up. Can we do it? Can we get back? Come on. I don't know what to do, but I have to put like a stand. Are we good? It seems like it's on. Am I crazy? Okay. I'm gonna hide my face. I can't stand looking at myself in these. I am losing weight. I had to. My tuxedo, dinner jacket's the appropriate term, but in case you guys don't know, I'm gonna say tuxedo just so everyone's on the same page. My tuxedo, my ensemble, my black tie ensemble, with my Turnbull and Asher shirt that James Bond wore in Casino Royale, the actual Daniel Craig shirt, like the same exact one model, not his, because I'm bigger than him and have more muscles, but the same brand, Brioni tuxedo, slightly different, but still bespoke. Super 180s, I think, very fine fabric. Anyways, I couldn't fit, the pants wouldn't fit. I had to flip the waistband, zip it up, have the waistband flipped over, and then use a belt to hide the fact that the tongs, the metal tongs of the zipper were hanging on for dear life, like a short, fat TSA agent stealing a line from Jerry Seinfeld from back in the day. It's like there's the flap of the zipper is just wide open. It's just they're hanging on for dear life. And I'm like, how is it that I let this happen to myself? Like, why do I let myself get so fat? And it's like, no one like says anything. They don't say anything. It does not impede my life at all. Women still talk to me. Being tall and decent looking, it's all you need. In fact, the taller you are, the less attractive you can be. It's so easy. It really is. But anyway, this girl contacted me a bunch of times. 17 calls. Never mind the text messages. Never mind throwing her, literally like, come, yada yada, come fuck me. And I'm just like, dude, I feel bad for her because I'm like, what's going on? It's the holidays. Spend time with your family, or I don't know, have a friend. Go get champagne at a fancy hotel like everybody else tonight. Like what's the problem? Why are you contacting me? You think I don't have something going on? Great. I love the we thing. We had such a good year. What are you talking about? I haven't talked to you since like June. Borderline. Batshit crazy. Yeah. Par for the course. As a man, end of the year, you're thinking about our taxes. You're thinking about, okay, like, what's the next move? It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you have 10 million, you have 100 million, it does not make a difference. You're constantly thinking about, what can I do? Like, life's like a fucking war. It's so much easier not to live in the real world, like inside your head, which I did for a long time because I was raised by a single mother that kept me from everything, hid the world from me. Therefore, I was afraid when it like finally came to. It's very, very difficult. Life's very, very hard. Women trap men because they're afraid of that battle, that war, and it's so much easier just to like have the affection of a woman. But they don't really respect you. They'd rather you lose your arm fighting and have like a nub at your elbow than be a guy who's just like does what they say, has like a kind of like a mediocre whatever income, and has no real power in the world, no real status. Not even that. Just like never really like, not. There's no fear of violence, you know. You've never like robbed a cartel member, you know, at gunpoint. They just don't respect that. Like you gotta put some wet work in. You gotta have like trash bag linings in the back of your trunk. You know, some sod and a shovel. They want to see that you're dangerous, and by that it means like you've done some things, you've made some mistakes, you went hard. Whether you won or lost, you go hard and you keep going because the battles don't matter. The whole life is a battle. Life's a war. You're gonna lose a bunch of them. Maybe more battles you'll lose than you've won, but the war, that's what the key is. You keep going. And these women are almost like these NPCs designed to keep you from like trucking on. They're just like, oh, look, I can easily have sex with a beautiful woman right now and not worry about like building my like empire or my business or, you know, trying to get a VC funding from this one guy I've talked to for the last 3 months who's dangled whatever, $850,000 in, you know, equity that we need cash infusion to hire more back-end developers. You know, whatever it is, that so much easier. I'm just gonna put that to the side and have this woman who will treat me as if I did get it done. I did make the money. I am already worth $100 million. That is the delusion. And women know that their marketplace is so like their time in the marketplace, their sexual prime is so small that they like will trap men. Women will also try to get you to lose money or to like sacrifice business for them to see if you care, not realizing that that affects them long term as well. How does this go? I think of a man, I take away reason and accountability. Women are insane. At the same time, I don't necessarily think that it's as fun to like fuck random girls and throw them and discard them. I think it's nice to have like a relationship with one person that you really care about. So that way all your needs are taken care of, you know? You have someone you actually like to have dinner with, you actually want to spend money with, like travel, pay for their first class ticket, you know, buy them shit. Like make sure that they have health insurance and like, I don't know, you want to go to Paris, you're going to Paris, you're not like hiring a prostitute from Pigalle, going like you're at the Bristol on the Rue d'Henri, but you can't really bring a girl in there that's like sketch, so you get like a 3-star and go there and smash it out, just in case she tries to come back and blackmail you at your favorite hotel. Years later, she sees you, she's an escort, some older gentleman, you're with your wife at that time, you don't want to deal with that shit. Bring a girl. They love you. And I'll tell you this, here's the proof. You keep going, like traveling well with a girl, you do it again with other girls, you start to hate it. It's not fun to take girls to Les Maurice, which is not a great restaurant anymore, but it's a beautiful dining room, over and over again, different girls, to fuck them. It's not. It's not great. Because the James Bond thing that you're doing, you're either a monkey brain, like, oh, I can put my dick, pussy, I feel want my dick to feel good, like, oh, the tip feels so good, I want to feel good all the time. You're like a heroin addict. That's retarded. It's like a sport to you. It's not very, but women are retarded, so actually doing that is like playing checkers. You should be playing chess. Like, Clavicular is right. Mogging men is less gay than like fucking women. Because it's like more of a conquest. Sex is about power and hierarchies, right? That's how life is. wasting your time to go to like 5-star or whatever it is, not 5 or 3-star, 2-star. But Linnea lost a star recently. I could taste it. Tasting menus, spending 5 hours at dinner, whatever the fuck, 3.5 hours, whatever it is. It's way too long. And you're just there to fuck her, and you can barely tolerate her like existence in terms of the substance of what she's saying. She thinks she's profound, and you have to nod along because you want to rip it up. Come on. And then you do it again with some other girl? What is that? You know, it'd be cool to have like a wife that like allows you to have a mistress. I've had that. It's awesome. Like not a wife, but like a girlfriend. You know? That's awesome, man. Like, you know, she's like, oh, you can bang her out, but don't ever see her again. Like, deal. God, thank you, babe. I will bang her out, and I'll come back to you, and I'll love you forever. That is an amazing relationship. It's something we should be grateful for. Having bottom bitches that are like that. They're like all about you having your own space, your own free time, your man cave, your business. They want you to try things. You want to pick up golf. They're not upset like they have to spend time with you. Go play golf. They want to like do stuff with you. They want, you know, they come to you when they're nervous or like, you know, they're like, they tell you their problems, you know. These guys, like, you're not supposed to tell a girl your problems. They don't care. Yeah, but your bottom bitch, you're supposed to. She's supposed to love you unconditionally. You are taking chances, making moves, taking risks, putting yourself out there in the battle, in the war. You can tell her, like, you know, I'm nervous. That's okay. Because she respects that. Because it means like you're divulging that to her. But you have to be out there. You can't just be like a scared little bitch. You know? Like you could be a scared little bitch and actually like have a gunshot wound from the cartel member that's like it's fractured your clavicular area, your clavicle. And you're like, oh, I hope I don't get sepsis. And she's like, you're not gonna get sepsis, I love you. That's okay. You lost the gunfight, you know, you're down and out, but she's like, you were in it. You know what I mean? Keep going. You don't really lose ever, you know? And funny, like I have a friend he does okay. He does like $200,000 a year base salary. He has a bonus that's more than that. And whatever, like, you know, he's doing fine. And he like doesn't date girls that he thinks are like long-term relationships because he just doesn't want to deal with it. And that is a weird mentality coming from someone with a 2-parent household that like both parents love each other unconditionally. You're afraid of commitment and your parents are completely committed. Why? I really believe he looks like an Abercrombie model. He dates women that are like less than because he doesn't have to worry about dumping them and feeling bad or like missing out, FOMO. Then why even deal with these women? I don't know, man. It's like women are a fucking nightmare. How did Fellini do it? You know, artist, you have these brilliant ideas, you're writing. That life is so much better. I know Gore Vidal was a fag, but like he would write for 6 hours a day on the coast, Amalfi Coast, yeah. And then cruise for dick, I guess, in the evening. Take the heterosexual version of that. That's a nice life. You know? The Joan Didion era of California, like kind of, you get it, you're smoking cigars from your bed and you're writing, you have like a girlfriend that lives in a guest house, you like have your own life and you have dinner with each other and go on trips, but like you have this separate thing, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell. Like it's not this non-stop 80-hour work week. It's kind of nice. Anyways, let's see what's cracking. Let's make sure that YouTube is up. This whole OBS, RMS stream, whatever it is. Oh, my colostrum. Yeah, I have to go get that for my horrible autoimmune disorder to see if it helps with 5-HT activity. I want to go get that now, but I'll wait. Give me 1 second here to switch accounts. sign out. Get into my Bubba Fett. Not Bubba Fett. I don't know which email I use. Let's do this. I'm gonna guess it's on the Chrome browser. I think it is.
You can.
Let's just see.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
Let's see. This is all great. YouTube Studio. Am I on? Am I live? Yeah, I should be live. How do I do this? How do I know? How do I know? Am I live? Am I going? I'm live. Okay, cool. I'm live. I don't market myself. I just talk. Me, myself, and I. What's going on with the market real quick? Let's check it out. Finally, these humidifiers are out of the place. I've been away because the place flooded. Got back from Chicago. Pipe burst, wonderful, $107,000 in damages, according to the restoration team that basically puts the quote towards corporate, not corporate, commercial insurance for like a real estate investment trust that owns the building. But then they come and bill me, and I have to make sure that my carrier will cover that, homeowner's insurance. And luckily, yeah, I have a $300,000 umbrella, but my God, it's like, what happened? Some water stepped through the floor, broke some computers downstairs, and you're saying the drywall has to be replaced and the floors have to be redone? My floors don't. What are we talking about here? They overbill. You have an adjuster come out. They're coming out at 3. This is a 2-bedroom. They're gonna I don't know. They're gonna settle for a lower number, or there's gonna be a huge discrepancy, and they go to war. It's somewhere where insurer arbitration. Let's go to X to see what's going on here. No one's streaming. Clavicular, neon, Asmongold, everyone's silent. Getting ready to snap up some hoes tonight. Drink some, just enjoy a year with your friends, man. That's what it's about. Oh, this is the drone footage of Putin's residency. What is this? Drone footage, Putin's residency. Okay, here's one missile from a drone. It goes, the front door, it's kind of retarded, doesn't do any damage. I don't get it. It didn't really do anything. It looks kind of effectual. Superficial. Yeah, but man, Zelensky should, dude, that guy's so fake. He's a fucking money launderer. It's crazy. Coked out money launderer. Keir Starmer, French guy, what's this name? I can't remember the French president. And then Macron, just has that little, I know the device. I saw it there, the bag. They had a bag, they had the little snuff kit. It's everyone does that? How good is theirs, I wonder? Really good cocaine allegedly from the late 90s or late to mid 90s. There was amazing cocaine where it was it would last an hour doing a line. And now it's really good cocaine for a half hour. I wonder what the cocaine was back then. Disclaimer, I'm not advocating, I'm just saying. Is this the Russian girl that's on the video? Would? The. Fuck yeah. Let me take this real I know I was just talking about women, how you shouldn't. I'm just saying fuck, look at that. Chat, I wish you could see this bitch. Oh, ex-wife, Bubba Fett. I want you to make our kids prettier than me, please. I'll give them the height and some intelligence. You just... Fuck. Look at this bitch. The white excellence. Oh my god. White excellence. Look at this. So beautiful. Like racism, like preference, I should say, not racism. It's almost just like art, you know? It's like, no, I just think this is like beautiful. This is more beautiful than that. I saw this like girl that looked like Vanta Black, her skin. I think it's just a beautiful woman. But like, I still prefer this, you know? It's just a preference, you know what I mean? You say everything's equal, but you say like, there's a certain group of people that like needed extra help, and they have all these problems, and like they have disproportionate demographical anomalies involving domestic violence and aggravated assault and robbery, all these things, and murder. It's like, yeah, we're not all the same. That's called diversity. Diversity is not homogeneity. It's diversity. It's like real. It's like, why are all the people in Amsterdam like their average height's like 6'4"? That's genetics. That's diversity. Why are all the people win the Boston Marathon? Or why are they all from Kenya or whatever? You know, that's genetics. You know, it's like diversity is not a strength. You don't want me to play in the NBA. You wouldn't pay to see me play. I'm 6'6", but it doesn't look good. It's not good, man. You want excellence. Then Donnie's gonna be sworn in on the Quran. So what? Big whoop. Big whoop. Christians and Muslims unite temporarily. But really, this whole like posturing of like the people that run the world are like, some of them are Jewish, some of them are Muslims, some of them are Christian. The elites, while in competition to some degree, are not like, you know, they have to work with each other, right? So it's like this like hatred is really coming from the plebes of, look at what they're doing. Like, can't you see that you're fucked? Like, why? If you want to break away from the system, stop paying your taxes and like get away, like, you know, or get rich and then leave or whatever it is. Like, you don't need to be beholden to the system. The system is corrupt, and you are supposed to be a cog in the wheel. To what end? I don't know. Like, just to be complacent because it's comfy. Do you want a comfy life? It ends, you know. You're not that special. No, I'm not that special. It ends. Go for it. Go for it. You know, take what's yours. I've had people steal from me when I was a kid. When my mom died, saw me as like two little basket case kids without their dad around. Not my dad's fault. He was like sued and kept away from my mom. And like, she taught me to hate him, so it was like very difficult for him to like ingratiate himself back in my life until afterwards. But yeah, people just took advantage. Like, they're just like, there's two little kids that like have a rich mom, and there's like, you know, a few $1 million here and there, and let's go after it. Fuck them. That's the way life is. Full circle. That's how brutal you have to be. Women can't, you know, some can. Like that, what's her name? Hope Hicks. She understands. But a lot of people don't. I met Charles Rockefeller's wife. She understands. Comes from like Wisconsin, and became like editor of Teen Vogue or something. Good-looking girl. And I told him that she was the perfect combination of sexy and beautiful. And at the table, I said to his face, he's like, "Yes, it's excellent." I'm sure he doesn't have a lot of people say to his face that his wife looks sexy. But that's what you do. It's you ingratiate yourself with people. You're honest. You know, like, well, she's very attractive. You're a lucky man. No, she's a fucking knockout. Smoke show. It's like, yes, that's what guys want to hear when you talk about their wives. And then you leave it at that. It's like, I would totally, whoa, easy. Just rip it up. You know, just calm down. It's okay. Whoa. Someone stole this chain. How'd they do that?
Whoever gives 200,000.
I love these guys that do like the fast flips, vacuum and stuff. All these like Jewish, like watch dealers in New York. I really like those videos. I like them. I think a lot of them are staged probably, but it's for time purposes and marketing. They work with each other. and then they probably get like shares of revenue for like being part of the video. Like everyone wants a piece, right? But that's what Jews do. I will say they really are good taking care of their own. Everyone can make some money. You know, they're not greedy in that way. They want everyone to make. They're really kind of tribal in that sense. Even when it comes to zero-sum games, they're not trying to like destroy each other. Unlike some people. Oof. I like George Holloway's Asian wife. Who's that bitch? I dig it, man. Good for you. I like her. Where are they? Is she Vietnamese? Oh. I like her in that picture. I don't like her as much up close. It's okay. A little bit of butterface, but good for him. Another one of those people that like online talks so much shit, like says, "Oh, we have to do this. We have to do this. This is the problem," but like it stays online. I think everyone, to a large degree, is in on a like self-affirming like delusion or self-affirming like propagation that everyone's upset and wants change, but we have to make money for ourselves. We can't really fall into chaos. I wouldn't have my business, wouldn't have my political punditry career, my podcast if we did this. So we have to keep it kind of like disavow violence and all this stuff. We keep talking about how awful things are. And then people like unload. They're like, yeah, online in this ineffectual circle jerk, and nothing ever happens. No politicians are ever killed. Charlie Kirk, God rest your soul. But for the most part, that doesn't happen. Like, the Keir Starmer's house, the judge that put whatever his name is, I can't remember, the Irish teacher. Can I pull it? How bad's my neuroinflammation today? Houghton Mifflin. That's the textbooks for middle schoolers. Enoch, something. Yeah, like threw him in jail for like not offering pronouns to someone. It's weird, like. English judge throwing people in jail for like reposting tweets, like Nick Fuentes reels probably or something. This is just so funny. It's going to be really interesting in 2026. 2026 is going to be really interesting. 2027 when it comes to like the censorship jump. Like what's going to happen like as it relates to censorship? Does it matter that the public opinion of the like political systems like less trusting than ever before? Like you have a poll that comes out like how much do you trust U.S. politics and the government? It's like probably the lowest approval rating objectively of trusting our government officials of all time. And like how do you regain that? I don't think it matters. I think people like are just fucked. I think the reason the social credit system coming into play through like AI integrated government institutions, like the reason why Doge was like partially created, because it didn't do much in terms of cutting spending. What it did though is bring in Palantir software into the U.S. government, like analyze people's Cash App payments and like have audits based off them, have automated audits through AI robots that basically don't require like an individual, and then only later they task like DOJ or whoever to come out and arrest you. I don't know, it's fucking crazy. The whole thing's kind of funny. Yeah, boy. How long have I been going for? Can I tell? Doing like a half hour or something? Yeah, 33 minutes. Nice. Good for me. Good for me. I used to look like Macaulay Culkin when I was a kid. Blonde hair. I know people always worry with you have a hat, like, oh, is he bald? Balding? No. Higher testosterone levels, I do. 150 milligrams per week at like 500 IUs of HCG, which is probably too low. That's when my hair would thin, like the crow's feet, like the widow peak area. It starts to like go down a little bit. But around 120 is thick as a needle. Right now I'm at 100. I'm trying to see, I might come off of it, because I'm trying real hard to be healthy for my autoimmune disease and see what's the best way of like avoiding the neuroinflammation, like making myself whole again. Like I'm a high dopamine, kind of hypomanic person in general. And it's like, how do you fix this sort of anomaly that is like energy deprivation, fatigue, colostrum? The reason why I got that is because it increases 5-HT receptor activity, 5-HT1C, 5-HT-A, and the density of the receptors themselves as well, so you get pre and post-synaptic benefit from that. There were some mice, they purposely introduced serotonin syndrome, what I had, serotonin syndrome around the time of COVID, and which is like two things that are very surgically dysfunctional. And they gave these mice high doses of colostrum, and it seemed to like really help. So it's immunomodulatory, it's like in terms of surgenic regulation, which helps vascular tone. Some people complain about the microclotting. That could be because of a lack of lymphatic drainage due to surgenic dysfunction. It could also just be that if the surgenic system, the balance of your body, is it off? Does it affect the CNS? Does one thing misfire, throw the fucking wrench in the whole thing and the wheels are falling off everywhere? It's like, it's not, some of your symptoms have nothing to do with serotonin. They have to do with the fact that serotonin is affecting other elements of norepinephrine. I don't know, Hemocrat levels, LDL, like all these things, like all sorts of weird things like that. And then of course the inflammatory cycle of the fact that serotonin and dopamine, the H3 receptor in the brain, affect the balance of cytokines inside the CNS in the brain. Very specific to modulating immunoactivity in the brain. H3 is the only histamine receptor that manages that in the brain. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the body. And that's been found recently, by the last 15 years. So who knows what we'll find. We found out like in 2014, I want to say 2013, I said 2012 just now or whatever I said, like around the time. I don't want to make it sound like it's exactly the same time, but we found that the glymphatic system exists in the brain. Glymphatics for the lymphatic drainage. So it goes from the lymphatic out like the back, down the neck, into the lymphatic system for so that actually occurs. There's vasculature there for removing toxins from the brain. We found that out around 2012, same time. God, it's like, we don't know shit, man. And doctors like will give you, if you have alopecia, a JAK inhibitor, but if you have like lupus, like very hard, like it's off-label a lot for a lot of people, at least in the United States. Hard to get that. $3,500 a month. Not a lot of people can afford it. So, you know, I'm a big proponent of, I used to think like chronic fatigue when I heard about people with autoimmune disease is all bullshit. No, it's not. It's real. It sucks. And I don't, I just deal with it. I dealt with it with high doses of testosterone, but it felt a little retarded at times. Too much estrogen. I aromatized too much. Irish. So certain doses, you have to like think about like what's the best dose for me, and should I even be on it? It's very tough because all the muscle I put on, I look like a Greek god at different times, and then like going down doses or coming off. There's like a mental thing there, and then there's also like you don't have the same quite energy. The whole purpose of getting on it is you had a lack of energy, but it's not a lack of energy because like objectively like a healthy state of just you need a little help. I don't think that I do. It was helping kind of offset the lack of ATP synthesis so that my brain would work better, like mitochondrial function, all that jazz, due to like a deprivation of like NAD or tryptophan conversion, NAD to ATP and cyclocamp. Sorry, those terms are a lot. My apologies. They're a lot. Not necessary for this conversation. But is anyone on kick right now? Is anyone having a good time? Restream. This fucking just plays like he gets double the views of Asmongold, and he's just playing slot machine shit. Who is Oblivion SW? So Oblivion SW is just in Forever 21 or whatever, some like mall shopping with some bitch. She's good looking though. She's cute. It's such a hustle, man. These guys are just like on here like, yeah, what's up? Like, I'm with Daniela. We're gonna buy some denim shit and like I don't know, check out the food court or whatever. Like I don't know what I'm trying to do with that accent. She's attractive. I like her. Cute. Yeah. I don't know. Let's go back to X. What's going on? I just get all my news from X. Like when he does the cell phone thing, it's gonna be on X. You know, cell phone on X, internet on X. Like Starlink will be through like you'll pay it through your X account. It'll all be there. Send money to friends. X. Whoa. Dude. Some creepy shit out there, man. What is that? Okay, Thailand. Okay. Thailand. Why is everyone attacking Alex Jones? Did he go after Stu Peters for his like rug pull of some sort of like coin? Some like I don't know, Nazi coin or like Ku Klux Klan coin or something. George Floyd coin, Fent coin. I created Fent coin on Solana network back in the day. Allegedly forgives his ex. Bro. That's crazy. This girl's car flips over to this person's residential pool and she like falls out. She's a driver. She flips out of the car and like lands in the pool. Like the car jumps the pool, flipping in midair, and she like somehow flies through the window of the car, driver's side, and like falls into the pool like a swimmer. It's unbelievable. Mr. Beast sucks. I don't like Mr. Beast. Not hating. It's like there's something about the guy that's not like. I don't think he necessarily likes what he's doing.
Hey, Jack. Let's talk about some business.
I feel like everyone's dated someone better looking City Sweeney. Jesus. 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 Nick Fuentes is like, you're lost. Like, Grimes like, Han too are upset that she started following Nick Fuentes. And she's like, this is absolutely not an endorsement, just trying to observe a potential future puppet pirate I'm following now because I refuse to be used as a political pawn any more than I already have been at Grimes. We fought. What is going on? What is everyone doing for New Year's? Is everyone, let's see. I've done 45 minutes. I'm good. Happy New Year's. Enjoy, everybody.